It's Monday, so now we get to do a thing that's becoming more and more common on the channel, which is a weekly 21 Pilots check-in. Seeing what Tyler and Josh have done this past week, take a look at what has changed and what we have to look forward to coming up. We've been doing this ever since they started doing their festival shows over in Europe, as well as the Takeover tour in the UK. But the fun thing is that this past week, they just finished up their final European festival dates. Now they're going to be taking a little break, then they're going to be embarking on the AC tour. So I think what would be fun today is we take a look at these festival set lists and predict what the AC tour is going to look like, and also talk about these two festivals, the Luca Festival and the Mad Cool Festival, because some things on the set list did change, which are interesting things that not a lot of people will be happy about, but there is some exciting things in there too. So good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day is going well and hope it continues to go well. Let's take a look at the Luca Mad Cool Festival. Then let's go ahead and theorize what the AC tour is going to look like. Let's go. So the set list for these last two shows follow the standard 21 Pilots festival set list they've been doing since they started back at Bottle Rock. That was the name of that first one. And if you don't know what that standard set list is, it starts off with Heathens, then going into Morph and Holding On To You. Then they go into the outside with the band introductions, into Lame Boy with that Redecorate snippet at the very end, into Chlorine, which is shortened into Mulberry Street, into the Benny and the Jets cover. Then they would bring out the Campfire, to which the Campfire was usually the same every single night, so I can see clearly now, My Girl, Home. Occasionally, when they first started doing this, the Campfire during the festival tour, they did include a cover of Kiss of a Rose from Seal, but that was later cut. They would include snippets of George Michael's Careless Whisper in there also, and then they went into We Don't Believe What's on TV. Now, the interesting thing about these last two Campfires is that before they did these covers, they did a cover of a fan favorite, which is Can't Help But Falling in Love With You, which was one of the first 21 Pilot videos I watched when I was first starting to get into them. And a lot of people were super, super excited that they brought that back for these festival shows. I think one stop on the Takeover tour got Can't Help But Falling in Love With You, which, of course, mad jealous of, but is glad to see that they brought it back for these festival shows. Then Dr. Blum will get a trumpet solo. Before that, though, they would do a House of Gold, We Don't Believe Was on TV, at the very end of the Campfire. Dr. Blum solo into the Halo theme, which would go into Jumpsuit, into Heavy Dirty Soul, into Saturday, usually with a speech from Tyler there, and or he would do his transition soft Heavy Dirty Soul outro into Saturday, which some people like, some people don't like. I'm a fan of it. We covered that when they did Bottle Rock, I believe. So I'll link to that down in the description box below. And so after Heavy Dirty Soul, into Saturday, into Level of Concern, into Ride, into Shy Away, which we've known them to do Shy Away into MCR's I'm Not Okay. Before these last two shows, MCR was cut. They did not do I'm Not Okay for these last two shows. In fact, someone got a set list. If I can find the image, it will go right here. But it legit says no MCR beside Shy Away, which made a lot of people mad because it's such a good mashup. For me, who's never listened to the original I'm Not Okay, I was a fan of this mashup, and it sucks to see it gone. But after Shy Away, they went into Car Radio, which actually, that is a weird shift. I'm looking at the festival for the Luca Festival, and usually it's Car Radio into Shy Away, but for this festival, they did Shy Away into Car Radio, then into Stressed Out, before they closed out with Trees. The standard set list of the festival show, Stressed Out did start off at the very beginning, especially as like their opening song, then became song number 2 at Bottle Rock, and moving forward, then as soon as they did Takeover tour, they moved it all the way to the very end, which I thought was a smart move because that's their biggest song. You want to save that for the very last little bit, and Heathens is such a great opener. But what can this mean in terms of the AC tour? When taking a look at the Icy Tour, I feel as though it's important to analyze what they did on tours with a second leg before this one. Specifically, the Bandito Tour. I was very fortunate to see the Bandito Tour twice, the very first leg in Pittsburgh and the second leg at Penn State. Structurally, these shows had identical skeletons, but there were some key differences. For example, in Pittsburgh, we had every single song off of Trench being performed. Song number 3 was fairly local. I don't believe they did Heavy Dirty Soul, but at Penn State, they didn't do every song off of Trench. I don't believe they did Legend. I don't believe they did Neon Gravestones. In replacement of Neon Gravestones, we got an old song medley of Migraine and Tear in My Heart. We got Fall Away live with Dr. Blum on trumpet because Mr. Wise was opening, and that is such a cool thing to see live. And song number 3 wasn't Fairly Local. Fairly Local got cut. We got Heavy Dirty Soul in its place instead. And the hype got moved so much further in the set list. But the structure was the same. Opening into Jumpsuit into Levitate. Nico and the Niners with that cross into the B stage. Then Pet Cheetah on their way back, closing with the same stuff, having that true sing-along, which I feel very, very bad for people overseas that got robbed of the true sing-along, because that was magical. So with all this stuff being said, the Icy Tour, I feel as though is going to have the skeleton of the Takeover Tour. So key moments are going to remain the same, such as how they open and how they close. So open with Good Day into No Chances, maybe into Stressed Out afterward like they did for the Takeover Tour, and then close, of course they're going to be closing with Trees, but closing with Shy Away before that, because they did save Chlorine as the encore for both of these shows, much like they have done for Shy Away. And maybe the reason why Shy Away is just Shy Away now in no MCR is maybe they're cutting MCR for the Icy Tour, which again will make people upset either way. Because some people like the I'm Not Okay cover, some people don't like the I'm Okay cover. But maybe they're getting ready just to do Shy Away straight forward and make that a Takeover Tour exclusive thing. Who knows? Who knows? And maybe there's going to be some other changes as well. I've seen a lot of people say, hey, get rid of the campfire, give us a proper B stage, give us a proper old-time song medley B stage. Like, give us old stuff, like how they did Taxi Cab on some dates for the B leg of the Bandito Tour, which that wasn't me. I did not get to see Taxi Cab live. I got to see Fall Away live, just not Taxi Cab. I don't know which is better, which is worse, but so a lot of people are calling for that and doing some songs off of Vessel, off of Self-Titled as well. And quite possibly we might see some songs shift and get some of these old songs back. It was heavily rumored that the 21 Pilots team has said they're going to be adding Fake You Out back into the set list, and a lot of people have heard this from Shap, the 21 Pilots lighting director, which is pretty trustworthy because he's the one in control of all of the buttons. And so that rumor mill has been flying around for quite some time. And what songs are they going to replace with some of these older stuff? Like I said, a lot of people want the campfire cut, which will give them room to do some old song medleys over on B stage. And speaking of B stage, before we move on to song replacements, I've seen a lot of people also say to do the looping on the B stage too, which I think will be really cool. I don't think Redecorate should be cut from anything. Redecorate is perfect as is with the whole live looping thing. I think that is really good, and they should keep doing that, but maybe add some more live looping in there. Imagine Fake You Out on the live loop. But I've seen some people say, hey, take out the campfire. Maybe take out, a lot of people have said take out Never Take It. That song doesn't work live. I thought it worked well for night 3 in Columbus. Then again, I was just watching guitar the whole entire time because Guitar is my department, as you guys know. So, but a lot of people said it didn't seem like it went over well with the crowd, which is maybe why they cut Neon Gravestones during Bandito tour, as well as maybe Legend. So it's quite possible that can shift. Whole entire campfire can shift, possibly doing songs in full rather than doing these shortened, abbreviated ones, such as Level of Concern, such as Chlorine for that matter. Maybe doing some of those songs in full, bring back some of these older ones. I know Tyler has said in many of interviews, and many fans have asked him what song he wishes he could add back, and he said Cut My Lip. So maybe we could see Cut My Lip add back to the set list. And of course, nothing is confirmed. We don't know. Maybe it's going to be the exact same as the Takeover Tour Night 4 shows. Who knows? We won't know until they do their first show back, which we will talk about the set list. And of course, there'll be a spoiler warning there. But what I think will be fun is for next week, because I need a week to prep this, I'm going to give you my dream AC Tour set list, because I think that'd be a very fun video. But anyway, guys, that is it I have for today. My voice is getting very dry. I need some water. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new reaction series, because no fun intended's done. So we need something else. I'll see you on Wednesday for another video. See you on Thursday for Justice for Cybands. Maybe we'll start doing our live streams on Friday. But anyway, guys, I'll see you all later. Goodbye. And more importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.